back to Panchita's Corner. On this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a pumpkin flan. So for this recipe, you're going to need 1 cup of sugar, 1/4 cup of water. This is going to be for the sauce, the caramel sauce that we're going to make. And then for the flan part, you're going to need 1 room temperature cream cheese. Make sure that is room temperature. 5 eggs that are room temperature. 1 can of lechera, which is sweet condensed milk. 1 can of leche evaporada, which is evaporated milk. 1 can of pumpkin. 1 tablespoon of vanilla. 1/2 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, and 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. These are all the ingredients you're gonna need. So very important for this flan that your cream cheese and your eggs are room temperature. Let's get started. Start by boiling water because we're gonna pour this water into here and cook it in baño Maria, and this is the container we're gonna use for the flan. So what you wanna do first on this little saucepan, you're gonna go ahead and add 1 cup of sugar and 1/4 cup of water. This is going to be for the sugar, the caramel sauce. And let this melt. This is going to make a nice caramel sauce. I'm going to cook it for about 15-20 minutes. You don't want it to turn bitter. You want a nice caramelized color. Cook about, this is going to, so make sure to cook this at about 15 to 20 minutes. At low. You don't want the sugar to burn, otherwise it's gonna turn bitter. Just cook it low and let it do its thing. So you're gonna start noticing that it's starting to change color, and then this would be our sauce that's gonna go at the bottom of our flan. You want to take your caramel sauce, 1 can of evaporated milk, 1 room temperature cream cheese, 5 eggs. I'm just gonna crack them separately just in case. I don't want to get no shells on my flan. 4, 5. Here goes the eggs. I'm going to add 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. 1/4 of nutmeg, 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And lastly, we're gonna add some lechera, but what I like to do, I put this in the hot water that I have. I'm gonna go ahead and dip it in there for a little bit. That way it steams up and it's easy for me to pour. So this is what I do. I took out the paper and I dipped it in the hot water. That way it's easy for me to pour. Just be careful because it is hot. See? And then you just pour it. See how easy it comes out. Go. Now we're gonna mix this all together. Now we blend. This is what it's gonna look like, and I like to strain it. So we're gonna go ahead and pour it. I like to strain my flan because I want it to be nice and smooth, just in case. So you can see it's a little bit of stuff that Okay, so this is where we're gonna go ahead and cook it in here, Baño Maria, and then you just wanna grab a little bit of foil. So the water that I had boiling is what I'm gonna go ahead and pour in here. We're gonna cook it at 350 degrees for an hour and a half. Okay, so just pour the water, go, and in the oven it goes. Baño Maria, 350 degrees for an hour and a half. This is what the flan looks like. I'm gonna go ahead and set it in the counter for an hour, and then I'll be putting this in the fridge to set for about 2 to 3 hours. So you want to make sure that you run a knife all over the flan. I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to flip it over and put it in this nice cake stand. So this is how the pumpkin flan is going to look like. Look how beautiful this pumpkin flan looks. Delicious.